Josh the Retro Dad. It's been a crazy summer going to garage sales and finding stuff at garage sales. I've had a lot of fun going to garage sales. This episode's all about garage sales and mostly PlayStation pickups. We'll talk about that and more after this. If you want more gaming and collecting content, don't forget to subscribe to stay in the know. I didn't do a lot of garage sales last summer. I used to love going to garage sales. I was going to make sure I go to garage sales. And right away, I got some luck. Came across a real cheap PlayStation 3 with a bunch of games. And I need to replace my fat PlayStation 3. It works, I just don't 100% trust it. It tried to eat my Splatterhouse. So I got another PlayStation 3. Not backwards compatible though. So I found PlayStation 3 games. So I went through those, kept some, sold some. Besides the PlayStation 3, I also got a complete in the box Wii with a stack of Wii games. I got these plushies, like Mario here. It's like a 2003 Mario, and a bunch of other plushies. Now I found this for 50 cents just recently. A Zelda 1988 toy. It is missing the scorecard. I was really happy to find that. My wife's a big Zelda fan. My wife goes, Link looks kind of weird. So it's gonna go in somewhere down here in the gaming room. Now I haven't really found a lot of carts. I actually found some NES carts at some garage sales. Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, Mario Brothers 2, Mario Brothers 3, Dr. Mario, and Tetris. Mostly Mario games. Also got a gray zapper, and I also got this NES Advantage. Flipped it upside down, and look, it's rusted. So, kind of disappointing. It's rusted. It kind of works, but the buttons kind of stick. Now, recently I got a Game Boy. Pretty cool, got it for really cheap. It came with Tetris. That's why it was so cheap. Found these PlayStation 3 games recently. $1.50 each. Like Prototype, Uncharted 2, and Grid 2. For $1.50, not a bad price. Before July 4th, I'm driving around town. I live in a smaller town, so that's why I'm kind of finding some of these stuff. I went to one sale, and it was at a storage unit. So I go in there. In the corner of my eye, I'm like, whoa, is that Dracula? It was a standee of Dracula. And I think she said, oh, they're like $40 each. So I turn around, and there's Frankenstein. And they're both holding VHSs. These are standees that used to be in either rental stores like Blockbusters or even at some stores. So I gave him an offer. She took it. I brought him home. She used to work at a rental store here. She tells me, hey, I have movie posters. And I looked at some of them. She calls me up a couple days later. I got more posters. Like, okay, cool. Go there. First thing I see is Gran Turismo and Spyro posters. She also had a Blasto poster. And I go, how much for those? She didn't have a price. And she had one poster. It was an N64 poster that I could not find any information on it. So I ended up getting the Spyro, Blasto, and Gran Turismo poster. $20 not bad. They're vintage. Spyro was kind of a little beat up. And I asked how much for the N64 one. She goes, I'm going to hold on to that one. Okay. Don't know why. So I do a little bit more research and find out Blasto is actually kind of an expensive poster. Blasto is an action-adventure platformer game, plus it's a shooter. There is a lot of humor packed into this PlayStation original title.
Is a frog's butt watertight?
Blasto was released for the PlayStation during April of 1998. Developed and published by Sony, the story is about an alien leader that wants to kidnap our Earthwomen, eat our children, and do the nasty to our cowfolk.
I will enslave their women, eat their children, and rape their cattle.
See? It's up to Blasto to stop him and rescue space babes along the way. The late great Phil Hartman voiced Captain Blasto. It's a very funny game, and it's what makes the 90s so good for humor. It's not a very common game, but it doesn't cost an arm and a leg either. Save Earth and Uranus while at it.
We can count on you, Blasto. Good luck. And remember, Uranus is on the line. So what else is new?
In Spyro, can't find any information on this poster. There's an equivalent one. Spyro's First Adventure comes to us in 1998, developed by Insomniac Games. Spyro is a younger, smaller purple fire-breathing dragon. In his first game, we find Spyro needing to rescue his frozen dragon friends. He can attack by headbutting enemies or uses fire breath. Also collects crystals and other jewels. The game is very colorful and is a lot of fun. Spyro was used to attract younger players since the PlayStation was known to be more adult or teenager oriented. Fun fact, I got this game during the Christmas when I was around 16. I enjoyed it then, and I enjoy playing it now. Video game memorabilia has become a lot more expensive, even compared to like video games. N64 one, couldn't stop thinking about it. So I called her a couple times. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna offer $30. Randomly, a week before I go on vacation, I run into her at a garage sale that she was helping run, and she actually had posters on her, including the N64 one, and she sold to me. Like I said, she used to work at a rental store. Don't 100% understand how they got this stuff. Did the research. These posters, these advertisements should have been Electronic Boutique, should have hung up in their stores. Blasto and at least the N64 one went in Electronic Boutique. One seller on eBay is selling the Blasto for $130, and then the N64 one is $300. I was shocked when I saw that. I was looking at the arcade room with Frankenstein, Dracula, my kiosk, my World Nintendo sign, those vintage PlayStation ads. Love it. I just love the display. Love getting those vintage ads. And like I said in my last video, it really perked me up when it comes to collecting. Supposedly, she has more. The most recent garage sale I went to, I got a PlayStation 1 with a stack of games for $10. RC Revenge. RC Revenge is like mini Mario Kart clones, but you control an RC car. It was released in 2000, developed by Acclaim. The controls are a tad slippery. If you get a blue bubble, you get an enhancement or a weapon. Like Mario Kart. I like the Horror World stage. It's spooky. NASCAR Thunder. Snowboarding. Snowboarding was released in 2000. Snowboarding is a game about snowboarding. Spyro. 102 Dalmatians. Puppies to the Rescue. I'm surprised how much this game is. I thought it was going to be like a $5 game. 102 Dalmatians. Puppies to the Rescue, developed by Crystal Dynamics and released during the fall of 2000. It's a kid's game that is okay. I didn't mind playing it. You control a puppy and rescue your captured brothers or sisters from Corella's evil scheme, which involves her capturing pets due to her failed toy business. She comes to the conclusion of no pets equals kids will spend money on her terrible toys. She's a villain. Remember, no matter what new Disney tries to convince people of, she is a villain. You fight her toys and her henchmen. You also collect bones and get help from other animals. It's called Puppies to the Rescue, and that's what a puppy does in this game. Find a crate, smash it open, and a freed puppy is your reward. Spyro 2. Sledstorm. Sledstorm was developed by EA and was released for the PlayStation in North America in the summer of 1999. It's a racing game, but on snowmobiles. You can do tricks and smash into certain things like snowmen for points. I have fun playing this. It's not that expensive either. Spyro 3. Siphon Filter 2. 2 copies of Gran Turismo 2. I thought originally one was going to be Gran Turismo, but it's actually just 2 copies of Gran Turismo 2. Gran Turismo 2, or G2 Turismo, is a sequel to Gran Turismo. It's a racing game. How many did I get? A lot. It hit retail shelves in North America during the holiday season of 1999. Rayman, which I had to find if I still have my Rayman. Chrono Cross. I already have. Definitely put on my sell pile. Chrono Cross is a follow-up to 1995's Chrono Trigger. Chrono Cross was released on the PlayStation in North America in the summer of 2000. It's a role-playing game like Chrono Trigger. It's one I haven't finished. I played many summers ago, but I got too busy to complete it. I'll need to play it through someday. Star Wars Masters and Star Gladiator Episode 1. Star Gladiator Episode 1, Final Crusade, is a fighter. I thought it was going to be like an RPG or adventure or a platformer game. But no, it's a fighter. Developed by Capcom and released in 1996, you fight your way through different opponents. By the look of the game, it's either inspired or a spoof of Star Wars. Here we have a Chewie wannabe. The guy uses a plasma sword. It does control well. Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot 2. Crash Bandicoot Cortex Strikes Back is a direct sequel to Crash's first game from 1996. Again, developed by Naughty Dog. It was released just a year later in 1997. Crash Bandicoot is a platformer where you go through levels and you collect fruit similar to Mario's coins. After 100, you get an extra Crash. You can hop on some enemies and spin attack on others. The spin attack also works on breaking crates. Breaking crates can give you more fruit. Be careful not to smash the TNT or nitro crates. You don't want to blow up Crash, even though his name is Crash. There's a lot to explore in levels. You might find bonus areas where the display changes. The graphics and controls are excellent, and it feels better than Crash Bandicoot. It's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it. Like Spyro, you can play a modernized version on newer consoles. The PlayStation original is still a classic. Got some demo disc. This one is brought to you exclusive by Toys R Us. Kind of makes your heart hurt. Now this is awesome. It's a demo disc for Metal Gear. The Metal Gear Solid demo was released in 1998. It's an impressive demo. It uses English subtitles but Japanese voiceovers. I haven't played the original Metal Gear Solid in many years. I forgot how to play. I didn't do too good during it. It's an interesting piece. I'm glad I own it. You know, that whole bundle for $10, including this. I've been having a blast going to yard sales and garage sales this summer. It's perked me up as a collector. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Fun to just do one of these videos. I don't do them very often anymore, but it's all about garage selling and going to garage sales. Well, have you guys any luck this year going to garage sales? Comment below. Have fun. Go game. See you guys later. Comment below, like, follow, and subscribe. If you're into the unknown and paranormal, I have a new show coming out called Strange Occurrences. It'll be about strange occurrences I dealt with in life. Some episodes will even explore other stories, cryptids, ghosts, theories, and more.